Welcome back. In this video, we are going to try another open source model, also available on Hugging Face Hub. In the previous video, we already used our first open source LLM model on a GPU. It was Google's model Flan T5 XL. And now we will use a model from Microsoft. This model is called Phi-3. This is a rather new model. And I think this Flan T5 is an older one. And what we will do is just again look it up in Google. The first page, at least in my search, is again a page on Hugging Face. And here we see the description. So I think they have like different, again, different sizes like with other models. So this one is a small one. So it doesn't have a lot of parameters. That's why I think it's called mini. And probably there are more details if we check this block. Yeah, you can check it out. So we saw this mini and small. The small one should still fit the GPU that we have, although not sure, but usually 7B or less fits a GPU like the one we have. And by the way, I don't think we actually discussed that. So maybe we can quickly check. So right now I'm going to open a terminal. So this machine is a machine with a GPU, and I'm going to do nvidia-smi. And this tells us what kind of GPU we have. So in our GPU we have this amount of memory, and just like almost 16, like 15 gigs. And usually, oops, that's a wrong link. So usually these 7B models fit on such GPUs, but they might not. So depending on what kind of GPU you have, you might have to try smaller or you can try larger GPUs. And I think, so right now, what I also sometimes do is just watch this. So then we can see like a dashboard. And what we also need to do is we need to shut down the previous model so it doesn't take any GPU, even though like it was actually using 0 MB of memory. I don't know why, but typically when you start running a model, to be honest, like I just started this instance of Jupyter Notebook, but if you continued from the old instance, probably you would have seen something else, like there is a process that takes the GPU, and then you see that more RAM or memory of a GPU is used. So that's why I stopped it. So now the memory is free, and now I'm going to duplicate it, and we will call it, I'll rename it. So I'll use it P3. Right. So let me run it again, and I will run it only up to this point. So I'll create empty cells here. So what I did is I just pressed B, and then I will remove this one. And where's this? Yeah, we can close it. So we have this model README file from this Phi-3, and I think we have an example here. So this is an example. Again, like last time, I'm just going to copy it and then execute it line by line. I don't think we need this one. Okay. So I'll also add it here. So this one just sets the random seed to 0. So what we do is reproducible. And now we download the Phi-3 model and the tokenizer for the model. Okay, it's downloading this right now. And I think if we compare it with this Flan T5, I think P3 is actually smaller. Yeah, so this one is 10 gigs. Let's see how large is P3. So we have the first part is, yeah, so it's like 5 plus, it's like 7 gigs versus like 11 gigs, I guess. Okay, so let me close it. So the way we use it is, as you see, the interface is slightly different. So actually here we have more like a chatbot interface. So previously it was like a completion interface. So we had a prompt and then the task of an LLM was to complete this. But here it looks like we actually have a chat. So we have a bunch of messages and then we send this to a pipeline. Pipeline, I think, combines model and tokenizer into one. So let me just put it in a separate. So we create a pipeline which combines both. And what we have here is messages, some parameters, and this is similar to what we did previously. We passed some parameters. Remember, I think I still have it here. So yeah, I needed to talk to ChatGPT to learn about parameters. So this model also has some parameters, and these are the parameters. And now, so these are the messages we sent. I will edit them, and by the way, this is very similar to OpenAI interface. Remember we used before. How do I just discover the course? Can I still join? And let's see what happens. Yes, you can still join the course, however, please not. Yeah, so it gives us a generic answer. And now let us use that. I will just take this part and put it to our LLM. So messages would be, we'll just give it the prompt as the first message. And this is what we return. So I think I removed more than I should have. Let me quickly check how it looks like. Content, right. Okay. So, okay, let's see what happens if we don't even change the prompt. Okay, looks cool. I don't know why, like this one, like the models typically we saw in the previous one also tend to include a space here at the beginning. I'll just add strip. So then we don't have a space at the beginning. Yes, you can still join the course even if you discover it after the start date. Cool. So this is another model also on Hugging Face, and this model was a model from Microsoft. And in the next video, we will see yet another model. It will be a model from Mistral. Maybe you heard about Mistral. So yeah, we will see that. We will talk about that in the next video. So see you soon.